Hey, good morning, Advantage members. Happy Monday, it's June 5th. Wanted to do a quick market update. One thing that we have going right now is still a pretty broad range. I was feeling pretty confident about this, Saturday and Sunday where prices were maintaining above this range low 26.9. Right now, not as confident, but still thinking that in this particular area, I want to be long. But now, I'm not quite sure. This thing looks like it's leaning over, and that could spell a little bit of ugliness. I added to my long position yesterday around, where was it? Yesterday, we were trading at like 27,250. And I had opened my initial position the 1st of June right here around 26.8. So right now I have an average of 27 flat. So right now, just a little bit underwater, but for the most part, again, still a little bit more optimistic, hoping that this thing, pushes back up higher. So let's see, how it pans out. On a daily basis, obviously, again, not looking so hot, and the open of the new weekly also not looking so great, but let's see if we can, start trading higher on this new weekly. Ideally, my general thought process is you don't want to break below the previous weekly low, which happens to be 26.5. We're pretty close to it right now, about $200 off. If we do trade below that, then once again, the risk is built out that we're going to head down towards 25 flat down here, or 25.2, which happens to be this, key SR level, as well as the 200 weekly EMA. Aside from that, I'm not really trying to put on any active trades now. I do have a LDO trade, which so far has done pretty well. You can kind of see LDO has pushed off very nicely, come up all the way to 235, 237. Right now, still in a pretty broad sideways chop, but still maintaining above a key SR level, which is this $2 SR level, as well as this very nice trend line that you've seen since last June. So this is about a year's worth of a trend line, right? So I feel optimistic about this, but you ideally, like when you start creating a trend line like this, the next point of validation is like you got to break above the highs that kind of created, the trend line, right? So if this was the high right here that created this down move and we got supported here, and then the same high that created another higher low, well, then the next step is ideally like needs to push higher, right? So anyway, still waiting on that. And then still spot long Solana, and, that one is looking decent, up pretty close to my average right now. And then Blur, which is the other one that I hold as a spot. Blur is still not so hot, but hopefully it lifts off the ground sooner rather than later. And then we'll see what happens from there. Okay. Other than that, sitting tight, waiting patiently, watching and finishing this video with Jeff Dorman and Raul Pal today. Not a whole lot on my Twitter feed. Talked about LDO, like I said. Let me see here. Unibot I've talked about before. This is kind of a really unique sort of, revenue fee sharing model, as well as, weekly trading volume model per user on Unibot, something that you may want to look into. And it has a competitor, Maestro, which doesn't really have a token yet, I don't think. But again, something that you want to be paying attention to, who is going to be the next competitor out of the gates that is going to beat Unibot or rival Maestro. Okay. And let me see here. Yeah, we had a lot of congressional debates about crypto and regulation, whatnot. So maybe, check this out by Ryan Selkis. He's from Asari. Just a lot of things going on crypto from like the policy, law, regulatory perspective, things that you want to be keeping up with. And, of course, I think this video right here will give you also that decent idea, but it's a little bit dated, like it's May 12th. So obviously, almost a good 15, 17 days have passed, and a lot of important information from the regulatory front has come out. So make sure you read up on it. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I have. Still paying attention to the AI coins down here. Hopefully, Fetch or something like Ajax or Rye. One of these, I would like for it to show me strength. But for now, really, most of the market is just choppy and sideways. I'm not quite sure what I want to do with it. Frankly, I just want to, right now, either go flat again, or maybe hang on to my positions or raise stops. But this sort of weekly candle not really looking inspiring to me. So I'm just being patient as much as I can. All right, everybody. That's it. Cheers.